Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're watching BookedonCharity, and welcome to my January reset video. This is coming late in January, but I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. And this is because I've realized that just because I upload something on a specific date does not really mean that people will watch it on that date. And looking at my videos that came out a year ago, like I still look at my stats and find that videos that I uploaded over a year ago, people are still watching and enjoying. So, you know, I just went on to say to myself, whenever you upload this, people will watch it. Unfortunately, it was not possible for you to do this in the first week of January like I wanted to, but let this not deter you from actually putting out the content that you want to put out, because I really like doing research videos. I love to watch research videos, and I'm somebody who enjoys watching YouTube so much. I get a lot of inspiration from YouTube, and I tend to produce the kind of videos that I enjoy watching. Like I enjoy watching reading vlogs, I enjoy watching book hauls, book reviews. Not really like, I will if it's like a monthly wrap up, but I technically don't really like monthly wrap-ups, but I still do them for you guys, for people who maybe don't get to see all of my weekly reading vlogs. So yeah, but this is one of those videos that last year I wanted to do, but I kind of fell off, and I was like, this year I need to start with it again. But it's been a bit delayed because there's been a lot of other things that have been happening. Always work, always home, but then content wise as well, I've had quite a lot of content to like work through and record. And you guys will see I also have a new playlist on my YouTube for my reading journal. And I'm also sitting here, this is why there's a different background, because I'm sitting here to prepare to set up my reading journal, episode 3 of my reading journal, and it's my most I'm so excited for the spread. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But for today, I wanted to introduce this video, reintroduce this series, because the playlist already exists. Reintroduce this series, and I wanted to do that by sharing my 2025 goals. And yeah, there's a lot of other content that you will see throughout this video, because I tried to make it that it's not too much of a sit down video, but to show you other glimpses, so you will see that it will span over a couple of days and weeks, where I do maybe some hauls. I am talking about the books that I'm trying to read in the month. And yeah, but first up, let's talk about my reading goals. So my reading goals for 2025, let's talk numbers wise, is to read 75 books. Still, this is the goal that I've set on my story graph, and I kept my page and my hours goal the same. So my page count for the year is to read 15,000 pages, but because I'm reading a lot of Brandon Sanderson this year, okay, cross some fingers, I'm reading a lot of Brandon Sanderson this year, so I believe that I will crush that goal, okay. And in terms of my listening hours, I left my goal at 200 hours because I do want to utilize my audiobooks a lot this year. I realized that last year, a lot of the months where I wasn't reading a lot, I was very concentrated on having time to sit down and physically read, and for most of the time that was not possible for me. And even now, like, I didn't read yesterday, I haven't read today, so it's those kind of weeks where work is so hectic that I don't have time literally to sit, because every time there's a break I'm doing something else. Like now, this is my lunchtime, and I'm like, this is the best opportunity to record this video, because after work I'm either still working, or I have to do my training, or not even or, because this is now something that is happening since yesterday. We back at school, so we back with homework, so we spend like an hour and a half with my daughter going through her homework, reading with her, making sure that she, you know, understand what happened throughout the day, chat with her, have dinner. By the time I'm done I'm so tired. And when I get to bed, like I literally always take my Kindle with me to bed to read either in the evening or in the morning, hopefully both times, but I'm always falling asleep. So I need to, be okay with utilizing more of my audiobook, because the thing that's important for me is to consume these stories. So yeah, we've got that at 200 hours. I did complete all of my goals last year, which makes me so happy. And even with my current reading goals, so last year I left my reading goal at 60 books. I ended up reading 70 books, which is why I put it to 75, because I feel like I really can get to 75. My ultimate goal is to read 100 books in a year, and maybe this year is the year, because I've also decided that I am going to record the children books that I read as well, because I do read a lot of children books and picture books as well with my daughter. There is a book that we're currently reading right now on our commute to school, so I'm logging that. So I think that will help a lot. So those are my goals in terms of like reading. Social media, with regards to reading, I don't really have any goals for growth on Instagram or TikTok. You guys know those platforms are not really my favorite right now. TikTok, I think it's really, I don't like it there, but I still try to put up some content there, but knowing that I'm not as consistent on those platforms as I am here on YouTube, I'm not setting any kind of goals for myself. I will just share the books that I'm reading, share whatever reviews I'm sharing, and leave it at that. If there is growth, then that's even better for me, but I am not chasing any kind of growth on there. However, on YouTube, I am chasing growth, which is why I am very determined to be more consistent on YouTube. And my goal for YouTube is to upload 2 videos a week. This is to continue to create engagement on my channel, as well as work on getting vlogs out. So there are weeks where, even though I plan for 2 videos a week minimum, I try to do 3, because I still have a lot of vlogs from last year that I'm still working through, on top of all the new content that I'm still recording for you guys, like all these reset videos, my reading journal videos, my sit down videos. I am filtering that in between so that you guys don't just see old vlogs from me. So that is my goal on YouTube. I have reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed but you've been enjoying watching my videos, please do consider subscribing down below. I do recognize from my stats that there are still quite a lot of people, and I think there's a lot more people that watch my channel without being subscribed. So please just take a pause right now and just check that you subscribe to my channel, especially if you keep coming back and you really do enjoy my content. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, those are my goals social media reading wise. I would really love to get monetized on YouTube this year, and I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part towards that, which means I will record the videos for you guys, I will edit, I will upload. I'm trying to work on my schedule for like editing, even if it's a little bit every day, even if it's just 30 minutes, because it does take a lot of hours to edit. I want to just dedicate myself to that so that I can build on that consistency. So yep, I hope that makes sense. Oh, the last thing I want to mention, this is not really goal, because I did say the other social media platforms are not like a priority for me. However, I want to dedicate myself to writing more reviews, and that you will normally see on my Instagram. TikTok doesn't really provide that platform, but sometimes I do feel a need to talk on my review than write on it, and if that is the case, I will definitely put that on my TikTok as opposed to Instagram. Because also I think having so many social media platforms, I was just getting frustrated on what content to put where, and I didn't want to duplicate my content. Then it's like, what is the point, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I don't see the reason why I have to be on all of these platforms. But this is where the people are, this is where the publishers want to see us, and yeah, that's where I have to be. So I had to like take a pause a little bit and figure out what I am doing on each platform. but also I don't have the capacity to constantly create different content for all these different platforms. And yeah, I don't have the capacity, so my main focus is here on YouTube. Okay, let's talk about personal goals. Personal goals, so I've got categories of goals that I want to look at. Personal wise, and personal I'd be me, this person, Charity. Weight loss. Weight loss, I think, is always a goal for probably most of us, and I gained a lot of weight, in my opinion, for my body 2 years ago. Last year I started trying to be on this journey to lose the weight, but it didn't progress as much as I thought it would. I actually saw a bit more progression towards the end of the year, like November, December, and even now. So my goal for the whole year is to try and lose 10 kgs, which might sound like a lot if you guys had to look at how my body is physically structured, but I think I'm somebody who's really good at dressing up for their body, so I always look slimmer than how I am if the clothes are not on, if you know what I mean. But well, last year I started off at about 83, let's say 83.5, almost getting close to 84, and I was just like, hell no. I cannot do this. And my quote-unquote comfortable weight, because I don't know what that would look like now in my 30s, was, let's say, between 70 and 72. I think that's where I felt the most comfortable in my body, and like everything fit well. I could literally go to the shop and pick up my size without really fitting anything. But right now the most frustrating thing for me is buying clothes. Like, I struggle to be in the shops to buy clothes. It's very frustrating to fit something that you think should be your size and you realize it's not, and that you have to keep going back, getting a bigger size and a bigger size. And the moment I went 2 sizes up, I was like, I'm not even buying this. Like, this is not happening. So I'm dedicating myself to go to gym more. This week I haven't been to gym at all. As you can hear, my voice is different because I've actually had flu, but I want to get my body moving a bit more. And my goal for the year, I did say, is to lose 10 kgs, but I kind of have like smaller goals each month to reach a certain point so I can see myself progress, because I don't want to think about 10 kgs and think, oh, it's fine, in January I can do whatever I want, I'll lose in February. Then I lose in February, and in March I'm like, I've got time. I just didn't want to do that. So for January, I told myself that if I can end the month at 81 kgs, I'll be very, very happy. And you might think it's a big jump, but I have been kind of like losing slowly. And I think my last measurement was like 81.5 kgs. So literally half a kg is what I need to lose. And if I go back to gym and keep eating like clean, I think I can definitely get there. And even if I like end the month with like at 81.2, it will still make me very happy because I would see that progression. With that said, also for the weight loss, obviously, is to eat clean. I try as much as I can to share what I eat with you guys. I'm not very restrictive in my eating in terms of no carbs, no whatever, but I do lean more towards eating plant-based meals. So if I can have more of the plant-based / vegan meals as much as possible and have meat like once in a while, I'm very happy. So my current lifestyle is a flexitarian lifestyle because I haven't fully transitioned to being fully plant-based or fully vegan, but I am slowly making those changes because I keep telling anybody who would hear, and even my husband, that one day I will be fully vegan. But for now I am not ready, but I'm still on the journey. And for me, being on the journey is to constantly introduce all these vegan based meals in literally everything I do. And you guys will see I've also extended that to my skincare, I've extended that to my body care. I'm extending it to every part of my life because it's not a diet for me. It is more of a lifestyle that I am trying to live. And obviously the most important thing is try and drink 2 liters of water every day. I've been very bad last year with my water intake, and even this year I'm kind of like on and off. But I do realize that when I go to gym, guys, when I go to gym, right, I'm on my best behavior. I eat cleaner, I drink more water, because when I'm at the gym I literally finish my whole 1 liter of water while at the gym, and before I leave I always top up. So I'm already guaranteed like more than 2 liters a day when I go to the gym. When I don't go to the gym, that's where I have to be more like aware and like remind myself to actually drink more water. So that's something that I would like to be more consistent in. Family goals is just to spend as much time with family as possible, do more things together. Last year we bought one of my very favorite board games called Catan. I just love Catan so much, and we played Catan. We didn't play on Sunday because I was really sick, but we played it the week before, and I taught my daughter how to play it like on the spot, and we played it. She's 7 years old, because I think my husband was also getting worried, like, isn't it too complex for her? And even though I'm the one who really wanted Catan, I know that my husband agreeing to it was more for my daughter, and I had to convince him that this girl, our child, is smart enough to get it. Like, we don't realize how like intelligent our kids are and how adaptable they are, and I'm just like, she will get it. We will explain it to her in the easiest way possible. We will practice with her, and we will have literally, we can choose one way to win so that it's easy for her, and when she gets used to it we can introduce the many ways of winning. So we don't play it completely the way that it's meant to. We chose the simplest of rules and we're following that, and we've been really enjoying it. So yeah, family time is very important. So we love games, we love playing board games, we love playing PlayStation games. You guys have seen us play a couple. So she loves playing Roblox on the PlayStation. We play my cooking game that I really like. We play Overcooked a lot, and Sackboy. She really loves Sackboy. So I'm like, all these things, like, it's family time. We watch movies together. We were watching Luck the other day on Apple TV, and she really loves it to a point where she made us watch it twice. But yeah, more family time, more outings with family, even spending time outside. Last year we started doing like walks on Saturdays, like going hiking, and she really did enjoy that. So we will continue to do those things, and I'm putting it as a goal so that it's a constant reminder to do these things, so that we don't just put it on the back burner and just forget about it. Career wise, I can't share too much on my career goals. I think I'll probably speak about things that I achieve as I achieve them, but one thing I can tell you is I have a goal to complete at least 1 course a month. So this is a short course. I am currently in between 2 courses that are work related, and one of them I can't speak about yet, but the other one, I am in project management. If you guys were not aware, I have a background and a qualification in electrical engineering, but I am working right now as a project manager, and for that there are a bunch of LinkedIn courses that I have saved up, and one that I'm busy with right now is for Microsoft projects, because it's a software that I literally use on a daily, weekly basis, and I'm like, let me see what else I can pick up from there, because I think we tend to feel like, oh, but I know how to use Excel, I know how to use projects, I'm good. But I feel like there's always tips and tricks that you can pick up, and these are very short courses. I think this one is about maybe 6-7 hours long, so I try to listen or like complete a module maybe in a day if I have the time. But yeah, that's one of the courses I'm doing, and then there's another one that I'm doing that is more for like proper growth in my career, in my field. And yeah, I'll talk more about that when that is done and I've got my certification, and I can give you guys details of where I'm doing this course, how much it costs and all that. luckily for me, I don't have to pay for it because the company I work for is sponsoring this course for me because they want us to be more certified in the company, which is great because it opens up opportunities for training. So yeah, with that said, 12 courses this year is what I'm aiming for, and it doesn't always have to be career related. I do have other courses like on Udemy that I have been buying and saving that are related more to like content creation. So for my videos, I use DaVinci Resolve as an editing software, and there is a course on DaVinci Resolve that I saved up, even though I literally look at the software every day when I open up to edit. I know how to use it for my editing, but there is so much more that the app and the software like can afford you that I don't even touch. You know, I just get there, cut, add music, export. Literally, that's what I do. And then on the finances side, also, I don't talk really much about finances because that's just something that's very close to me, but I do want to work on settling some of our debt. So luckily we don't have like clothing accounts or any kind of those accounts, but they're like our credit cards, and that is what we're working on because we are also trying to move into a more debtless life. And this is why you always hear me that, you know what, if I don't have money for something, I'm not spending that money. And that's just that. Like, we don't take things on credit, we don't buy on credit. If it's not there, it is not there. It will have to wait, and if it can't wait, then we'll find other means. But yeah, like we are anti getting new credit. We do have credit, but we are anti getting new credit, and we just want to clear off as much as we can and basically free up as much money as we can that will allow us to keep clearing more, that will allow us to save more money, that will allow us to do a whole lot more things. And I think that's more important than buying the latest, best, whatever has come up and using money that we don't have. So yeah, that is that on all the goals. And yeah, I'm gonna hand over to my other videos that I've shot for this reset vlog, and I hope that you guys really enjoy them. Yeah, if I don't come back to say this, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to sharing more of my reset vlogs with you guys. If you have any suggestions on the kind of things that you would like to see in my reset vlogs, please let me know. My general plan for these reset vlogs is to share with you, so it's either I will do a TBR video as part of my reset vlog, or I will do a wrap-up video depending on when I actually record this video. So this one will include the TBR video instead. I will do some hauls. This could be a grocery haul, this could be book hauls, it could be new clothing in the household, and I will share whatever else I can find to share in this video. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, you're welcome to drop them in the comments down below, and I will see you later. Hello you guys, and welcome to the first TBR video of 2025. So this one I am doing as a reset video. I've got a bunch of books here with me that I would like to get to, so let's quickly go through them and let's see what we have in store. So I picked these books on a whim. Like, one of them is a book that I'm in the middle of, so I have to complete. Another one is to continue with the series that I started in December, which I am working towards other series. And then two are fairly new releases that I want to get into because I want to try and also prioritize new releases and not just go through and read all my backlist. And then I've got two books that I borrowed from Katleho, and then two children's books because I am going to be more intentional about reading the children's books this year and add them to my books read. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's start with the children's books that I've had on my radar for a while, but maybe if I specifically mention them as my TBR books, then I will be more inclined and remember to pick them up. So first up, I've got Cook Off at Gogo's Plaza. This is a series by Salamina Mosese, and the illustrations are done by Vian Olofsson, and they follow Gogo's Plaza. So the first one was Disaster at Gogo's Plaza. I don't have this book anymore. Like, I cannot find Disaster at Gogo's Plaza anymore, so I need to get that copy. I need to replace my copy. I started this one and I read the first chapter. You'll see I've got a bookmark there. So I'm on chapter 2, but I will reread it again. I mean, it was just up until page 12, but yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this up. My idea is that I want to read the kids' books before my daughter reads them, and then I can send them off to her. So these are the kind of books that I am kind of like expecting her to be able to read by the end of 2025 by herself, because she's getting really good at reading, which is making me so freaking happy. Second one, we've got Unicornia. Oh, I just want to say Cook Off at Gogo's Plaza was gifted to me by the people at NB Publishers. They are the ones that are publishing the series, and yeah, I like the illustrations already. Like, I think I'm gonna have a good time there. This one was sent to me by the people at Pan Macmillan. I requested this specifically for my daughter because, one, she loves glitz and glam and pink. Okay, she's a girly girl down to the core. She loves unicorns, she loves rainbows. She just, when she saw this, she's like, oh my god, this is my book. I'm like, yes, this is your book. And she traveled around with it for a good 3 days without even reading it, because she just wanted to keep it with her and look at the pictures and all that. But yeah, Unicornia Learning to Fly. This is by Anna Pansett, and it's illustrated by Diana Vicedo. So also the illustrations in this one is really pretty, and when I saw it, I was just like, she is going to love this. So I want to read it for myself, and then I will read it with her as well. So yeah, but I've been trying to get her to start reading her own books. Like, we'll have a session in the morning to sit and read together and work with her through like difficult words that she's never seen before but might have heard, because you find like, and she's just like, this is how we spell it, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but it doesn't make sense. I'm like, I know. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how it's spelled. But yeah, I've got Unicornia, and then I've got 2 books that I borrowed from Katlaho that I wanted to read. One is very short, so I think I will be able to go through it quickly, and it's in a genre that I really love, which is sci-fi. And this is How You Lose the Time War, and this is the cover. This one is by Amal L. Mortar and Max Gladstone, and I think it's following like 2 agents, yeah, from 2 different universes or whatever, and they fall in love or something like that, but they're not really allowed to, and I think that relationship starts a war or something like that. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't know, but I have a feeling that I might enjoy this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then the other book that I borrowed from her is a thriller by CJ Tudor called The Other People. I haven't read a thriller in quite a bit, so I am looking forward to having a thriller on my stack of books to read. But yeah, I need a thriller. I need a thriller in my life, and this is the thriller of choice. And then I've got the second book in the Mistborn trilogy called The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. So I recently finished The Final Empire. Absolutely enjoyed it. I think I gave it like 4.5-star rating, and I'm ready to go back into this world and see what is going on. I really enjoyed the magic system in the series. I loved how they use the metals. I love that those scenes where they're using the metals. It's so cool to me, and I was not expecting that twist in the end. So I am looking forward to seeing this. I feel like this book will either take us back to the history of the final empire, or it will take us on a journey where we go into the Well of Ascension. I don't know, but I am willing and I am excited to find out. All right, and then from the new stack of books, I've got a book that was given to me by the people at Jonathan Ball Publishers, and this one is called Immortal Dark by Tigist Gurma. This is a vampire romantasy. After Carissa Broadband, this is all I needed to hear. Like, I don't even care what the synopsis is. I just needed to hear vampires plus romantasy and I'm good to go. And yeah, this is the reason why I'm picking up this book. It is, I think, also getting a bit of traction on social media. I have to be honest that I have not been on social media in 2 weeks 3 weeks. I feel like the whole time that I've been on leave, I have not bothered to be on social media. I wanted to spend time with family, which is what I did basically every day. That's what we did. Tried to rest, tried to reset, tried to do certain things that would set me up for 2025. So I was not looking at my social media. I was not consuming it. I was not posting anything. So it's only now that I think I want to slowly ease myself back into it. So I kind of took a social media break. Well, aside of YouTube, I don't take breaks from YouTube, okay? Because I've got things to do on YouTube and I've got videos to edit for YouTube. So even if I take a recording break, I'm not really taking an upload break because I need to catch up to my vlogs. But yeah, Immortal Dark is what I've got. I really hope that this book is good. I really hope that it's good, guys, because it's getting a bit of traction. And at the bottom it says, the first in a deliciously dark, dangerously romantic black vampire trilogy. Do you hear all those things? All those things sound so freaking good to me, and I just I can't wait to read it. And then the next one I got from the people at Pan Macmillan. It is a novella which I've been meaning to read before I can get into the next book in a new duology, and this is a novella from the Crowns of Nyaxia by Carissa Broadband, and it is called 6 Scorched Roses. She's been popping out these vampire books like this. She's been popping them out like nobody's business, and I'm a little behind right now because I've got 2 books from her to read, but I know that I wanted to read the novella before I get to the next book in her duology. And I love that there are duologies but they are within the same world, so it makes them feel like you've got bite sizes of series, but not technically because they're still like 500-600 pages long. But yeah, the novella is definitely where I want to be first before I can even attempt to read the other books. So probably I will read that in February, depending on what I'm doing for my TBR video then, because now I'm just going by feel in terms of my TBR, but I might decide to do like other things to choose my TBR. A book that I've been meaning to read for a while, and the audiobook of it is available on my Libby currently, is Masters of Death, and this one is by Olivia Blake. I need to honestly get back to Olivia Blake. I don't know how I went from having one book of Olivia Blake, reading it, being so flippin' excited about it, and then anticipating reading the rest, getting the rest, not reading them, getting more books based on the fact that I liked that one book, and now I've got like 5 or 6 Olivia Blake books on my shelves and I've only read one. So I need to fix that. I need to fix that. And I generally love Olivia Blake's writing, so I've only read the Atlas 6 so far and her anthologies, Januaries, which guys, I loved both books. The Atlas 6 has a 5-star rating from me, and the anthology Januaries has a 4.5-star rating from me for a collection of short stories, which is something I typically don't read. But she delivered. Okay, she delivered in every story on all the fronts, and I'm just like, Januaries was definitely one of my favorite books for 2024. I haven't even done a video like that, and I don't know if I want to, honestly speaking. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll surprise you guys with a video. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I enjoy Olivia Blake's writing. I love the way her mind works. I love the stories that she tells, and she always has illustrations. Always has illustrations in her books, and I just love that. I love that. All the books that I've read from her have illustrations. Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and looking at the writing on the page, like the text on the page, it looks like something that would be nice to read together with an audiobook, because I saw something in here now that it like went away, but there was some text that was in bold and properly standing out from all the other text. So I'm just like, okay, Olivia, okay, I will do the audiobook as well. But yeah, this one has some illustrations in them as well, which I will probably page through when I get to reading the book. But yeah, I'm really excited to pick up this here book. And then the final book I have officially on my TBR, and I'll tell you why I'm saying officially, is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. So if you'll see, I am currently in the middle of this one. This is the current book that I'm reading and listening to, and I'm really enjoying. I've got my tabs in there as my bookmark, because I had started tabbing the book in the beginning when I started reading it, but then somehow, somewhere along the line, I started listening to the audiobook more, because I did not have a lot of time to sit down. So whenever I was like moving around the house doing things, I was listening to the audiobook, which I'm really enjoying. The way that Erin Morgenstern is weaving stories from books with the actual story that we are reading is really cool. So in this book we follow Ezra, who is a PhD student doing something in gaming. Okay, and he loves to read as well, and he's a bit of a introvert. So one day he goes to the library very early before everybody is there, and he challenges himself to go pick up books that he haven't read before, and he ends up in the W's, U's, and he gets a book that is marked as unknown. The author is marked as unknown, so he takes this book out and tries to check it out at the library. But when he tries to check it out, the barcode won't scan, and they figure out that it's a book that was checked into the library when it was being donated, but it was never ever checked out. This is the first time it's been checked out, and in the book they tell you that this book as well has not been read in its entirety. Ezra is literally the first person to read it from first page to last page. So as he's reading this book, which is a collection of short stories which seem magical, they talk about this place called the Starless Sea. One of the stories, I think the third or the fourth short story that he reads, he recognizes the story, and the reason he recognizes the story is because it's his story. It's something that happened to him when he was about 11 years old or something like that, and he essentially found this painting of a door on a wall close to his mom's shop, and it looked very real, and a part of him wanted to like believe that it is a real door, and he wanted to open it, but he chose not to open it. And the book tells us that if he did choose to open the door, it would have opened to another realm called the Starless Sea, but he missed his opportunity. And he reads this in this short story, and he starts taking him on this journey trying to figure out who wrote the story. Does the star sea actually really exist? If my story is true to the last detail, are all the other stories that I've been reading true? And what's nice is that Erin Morgenstern, in between Ezra's chapters, she also gives you the actual short stories, so you get to read the short stories that Ezra is reading, which it's so cool. It is so cool. It's one of those books that will kind of like break your brain a little bit, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this journey that I'm on with it. I think the first time I read it, I gave it like a 4 or 4.5 star rating. And I knew that me giving it that rating was because I didn't understand everything that was happening, and I didn't connect all the dots, because it is just a little bit more, it's not all over the place, but it's a bit more complex, and you do touch on stories and you leave them and you come back to them later, but then you're opening other stories as well. So it is complex in that sense, but it is enjoyable regardless. Like, it feels like these short stories are almost like interludes to whatever else is happening in this whole book. But yeah, I am really enjoying the Star Sea. I did mention that this is kind of like my standard TBR, but that's because I've got 3 other books that I won't be showing you in this video, because I think this video will go up before the actual video. And it is the first 2 books in my Read It or Unhollowed series that I've decided to do this year. So I have picked my books. I'm yet to read them and talk about them and actually go through that vlog, and only then you guys will get to see. But kind of like each month we'll have an extra 3 books in the background that you guys will find out about in a separate vlog. But yeah, that is all the books that I'm planning to read. Let me know down below which are the books that you're adding to your first TBR pile for 2025. All right, so we've got the book card. Okay, the book card contains literally every single book that I want to read sometime soon, but I need the top refresh, because the top represents all the books that I want to read immediately. So all of these books need to come out because they're not currently on my TBR, and I thought that I would get to a lot of them in December, but I didn't get to. So I've got the journals of here as well. Oh my gosh, I still have Rubies and Rain to finish, but yeah, not on my radar right now. So I just want to clear all of these, and then I'm gonna repack the new books. Well, not new, but my January TBR here. These are my Read It or Unhollowed books. So I'm going to put them here first because I essentially want them to be priority. Now I need to find a home for all of these books that I just took off the shelf. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Where am I supposed to put this? This is gonna be a problem, but we'll try and figure it out. Hi, okay, so as part of the reset situations I'm trying to do, that is something that I've been wanting to buy actually since last year, since I saw like a similar thing from Vuvu actually, and she had it up on her wall, and it was a weekly planner, and I thought that was such a great thing, but I knew that I couldn't really use it in the space that I was in because I didn't want to put anything up on the walls and damage the walls and get charged for all kinds of things, and I'm happy I didn't. But this place, when we moved here, they specifically said they paint each unit when the people move out, so you know those costs are going to be added either way. So you're told in advance. So I thought of putting this up a wall, but I didn't want to put it up a wall. But we've got this cupboard, this tall cupboard that's like my pantry, and I'm deciding to put it here. So I've got like a double-sided hook, this adhesive, what do they call it, self-adhesive hooks, and these are stainless steel, and to remove, cut through the adhesive foam with a utility knife, roll off the remaining adhesive with a thumb. Okay, so I thought that this would be much easier, better to use. They had like these weird colors. I'm saying I'm talking about the Crazy Store. They had these other weird patterns, but I didn't want that. So I've put a hook already up there. But yeah, I got this weekly planner from them, so I did order another a calendar thing from Title, which is, if I didn't damage, which is the same thing that I had last year. So I can actually show you because December's gone. So we had this calendar just to mark like important dates. So I'm still gonna have this for each month, especially for school, because there's a lot of things happening in school, and sometimes I need to know like a month in advance and not just a week in advance, and this will only give me a week in advance. So I'm gonna open it so I can show you what it looks like. So it is a weekly planner plaque, and it is 30 by 40 centimeters, which also comes with a whiteboard marker, which is erasable, and it comes with some magnets for notes and things like that. I don't know what I would use these for right now, but I like that they've got reoccurring events. So this will be for my daughter's sports mostly, and just what we can expect this week, and then keep this one as like general events reminder for the month, and not have to write, for example, she must wear a uniform there, and sports things, those things I'm gonna put here and not on that main calendar. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So this week, maybe we'll start with this week. This is week what? This is 29, so it starts on a Sunday. So this is 29 December. So for Jan, which I mean, it's already finished. But this is what we can expect. I bought the hook. Let's see how this is gonna work. Okay, that looks good. On Monday, I don't even know. So, for example, this would be, let's say, solar date. Because I'm planning on going on a solar date on this day, and I think I can also use this to kind of like plan my menu for the week. But yeah, reoccurring events, and I can write what's happening on each day that's reoccurring. Like I said, I'm gonna use that for sports, but I like this. I like this and I like that. I can add notes and things like that. And yeah, it's easy to erase with the back eraser. So, and it has a magnet. But yeah, this is part of my reset. I'm so happy that we've got this. I need to actually bring you guys closer so you can see. Yeah, this is what it looks like. I like that the hook is hidden behind this thing. And yeah, so this was what I'm gonna do. write the name, like the dates of the week, and then I will put whatever's happening during that week and whatever reoccurring events are there and any special notes that we need to know. So solo date on this day. We've got date night. It's not date night, but it's date night. I don't have to write skew like this. Hi, okay, glare. Oh, let me take these off. Almost end of the workday. I just got a delivery. Okay, I ordered something that would be beneficial and crucial to my 2025 reset situation. I've been waiting for this delivery for a while, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to close this reset vlog without getting to these and showing you guys also my reading journal. I'm not gonna go through like page for page on the reading journal. I think I will do a separate video for that. So I got this journal. This is what it looks like. This is from the Papery. It's saying here Paper Jam, but the company is called the Papery. They make these very, very stunning journals. I also have one for my personal journal. This is a personal one. This is gonna be my reading journal, but I've been setting it up. I'm not done setting it up, and this is why I haven't shown a video of me putting it together. But I started on some of my spreads, and I will do a nice page through or setup video. This will give you kind of like a glimpse of what it would look like, but I can't wait to put everything together. I've been setting it up. Everything is in pencil right now, but when I do my video setup, I'm gonna be drawing everything over with a pen and adding color and everything. But yeah, I am really excited. So it's definitely one of the things. But I got a delivery. I'm trying to see how I can show you this without showing my address. So I got a delivery from Cotton On, or Type actually, not Cotton On. But I ordered some diaries for 2025 for me and my husband to use, and I just got a pen as well because I was missing like I think 29 rands to get free delivery, and I was just like, okay fine, let me grab a pen. But they've got a black pen here. Let's check how it actually writes. It writes quite nicely. I like it. So this will go into my bag. But I got a 12-month calendar. This year they're doing a SpongeBob theme, but I got this specifically for monthly planning and for my daughter, especially for school. So this is what it would look like. I like this because I can put it up on the wall, and then we can plan the month, especially when it comes to like school events and things like that. Just want to show you. It's just literally just a basic calendar. That's it. We're just using it to plan for the whole month, while this is just a weekly planning. So I've been needing this so I can plan, write down all the key dates, especially school key dates, because usually my daughter's school is like a lot of things happening. Nice, they gave me free vouchers. Last year I didn't get to use all of these, but yeah, I will definitely try to use this year. But literally this is what it looks like. Plain old. And usually I just tear a page out, stick it on the wall. This is what we see in the background, but I never even use this. But I usually take this out, put it up on the wall, and then my daughter can like cancel out the days, because we let her like cancel out the days and write all the important dates on it. So yeah, this is what I got. We got a 2025 daily diary. This one is for my husband. Last year they had like really cool covers, like he had the Harry Potter one. It was really cool. This year they just made it plain, but yeah, it's just a plain diary. He told me that he really properly used it last year and it was very helpful to him, so I'm like, okay, cool, so we'll get you one. But yeah, same, literally same spreads as they had last year. There's a bucket list and some random challenges, and then you've got the monthly spread like that, and then it starts off with the actual day. So I like that this one doesn't have the timestamp on the side, and you can just bullet journal essentially. But yeah, this is what it is, just plain diary. So give this to him. It's quite thick, hey? I'm just thinking, was the last one this thick? There's a couple of pages of scribbles and notes and things like that, but yeah. And then for myself, I was actually looking for a wellness diary, wellness journal, wellness diary. I think they call it a wellness diary. So I've been buying their wellness diaries for the last 3 years, since 2022, because when I checked, I had a 2022 one, 2023 and 2024. And this year when I went to the shop, they told me that they don't have their wellness diary. I was just like, what do you mean? Do you not have stock? You're still getting stock? They're like, no, we just don't have it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Because I wasn't really liking anything else, but I did find something that I do like, and I think it's pretty, so it's huge. I've got this diary in front. It just says 2025 and it says daily, so they do have a weekly one, but I prefer the daily. This is what the back looks like. Nothing really fancy. This retails for $3.50 in store, but if you buy it online it was $260. This as well, it's $220 if you buy in store, but online it was $160. And this one is 100 Rand in store. Online it was 50 Rand. So I bought everything online, but I like, this is the nicest one that I saw. So this has this ring situation, I forgot what they call it, and then it's got reference calendar, it's got some handy information and conversions. Interesting. Where in the world would you like to go? Handy information and time around the world. There's a budget situation here, which I'm not gonna use because I mean I use Excel for my budget, and I guess they've got one for each month, or how many is it? Yeah, I don't know what I would use that for. And then it's got a notes page, and then January. So let's see what this looks like, because I don't think I paged through. So it's got monthly goals, which is great. This I will definitely use. So it's the month, it's what I want to achieve this month, steps to get it done, and how it went, and then priorities for the month. And then we've got the month spread, which is great, which I will use, because I thought of doing this in the spread in my reading journal, but I think I will skip the spread in my reading journal and then just to use this, and then I can track my videos, especially this I'm going to be using to track my content. And then under notes, I think I'll write down which content I plan on producing for the month. So this is great for that. And then we've got our days. So I prefer the days because then I can write my to-do list per day. And it also has, I don't know why there's a February calendar day besides there's a January one. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, there's a to-do list, there's priorities for each day, which I am happy about. I am a list maker. I love lists, making lists, so this is gonna come in very, very handy. for me. And just want to see what's at the end, if there's anything. I feel like these pages are so thin. I feel like I have to like handle them with care. And then there's notes at the back, 2 pages worth of notes, and then we start with February. So yeah, I liked the wellness journals better, because then I don't know, I just like them better. But this I can use, and yeah, I'm not too mad about it. I'm not too mad about the setup. This was the best option for me. So there we go. So this is what it looks like. Reconsider looking inside. Oh, it says, if found, please return to, and then that's going to be my name. Reconsider looking inside. Contains boring appointments and plans. But yeah, I like the color. I like the design on it. I like that it has all of these tabs, and I can reach the month I need to quite easily. So I'm definitely going to start using this today and write all my plans that I haven't been able to write down yet. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let me go back to what I need to do, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. How's the lighting here? I think it's good. I'm here. Hello you guys, I am sitting on my couch to finally do this stationery haul that I've been talking about. This is, I think, the last thing that I want to include in my reset vlog. So let's get straight into it, because I'm taking a break from work and it's just been hectic. I've got a meeting in 30 minutes, so let's do this quickly. So first up, textbook wise, we've got Bonds to 20. This, by the way, is grade 2 stationery list from an AL school. They've also got this Jumbo Green Dictionary. This is my Jumbo Green Dictionary. So this is what it looks like on the inside. This one, the Bonds, this is what it looks like on the inside. So my idea was that we buy Kumon books for NIL to practice the math at home. And I was saying to my husband, instead of buying Kumon this year, maybe we should actually buy the books that she uses at school, and then she can keep practicing at home, and then we'll just keep buying Kumon like here and there. Because the 2-3 Kumon books that we bought, she's been using them throughout the year, and doing a few exercises a day. Like now, while I'm working, I get her to do 2 exercises, which amounts to 4 pages worth of math. So this morning she did 2 pages from the math games, and this is kind of like what it looks like. We still have a lot of it to like complete, but it's crossword puzzles where you solve some and then you move on to the next thing. There we go. We still have a lot to like fill up. Some things she had already, we're in the 20s. So this is the one that she did today. But yeah, this is what you can expect. And then when she's done, I go and mark it and I tell her well done. So this is what we've been doing. So this is math games. I bought this from Exclusive Books and it was $250. I really do love these Kumon workbooks. They are not following the curriculum as she does the stuff at school, but when I do buy one, I always make sure that it is somewhat related to what she's supposed to know. But yeah, this is what we've got. And then we've got the word problems. This one is for grade 1. And yeah, let me show you what these ones. So this is literal sentences. Johnny has 3 apples. If Johnny adds 3 more apples, how many apples does Johnny have? This is what it is. But what I've been getting her to do lately, like today we did this one. So I also marked this for her and I showed her. So she's getting very clever because she's doing the sum in her head without writing it down. But you will see, I was writing it down. For like, for example, here I would tell her, write it down. I know that you can figure it out in your head all by yourself, and that is amazing. But we need to write it down as well so that we can understand what's going on. So this is also a way for me to test her reading, because like this morning I gave her section 11 to do and I didn't help her with anything, so she would just come back and say, Mama, what does a t e spell? Like, I can't figure it out. I'm like, eight, like you just ate an apple. And yeah, so she did this by herself and she read the whole sentence, which is amazing. So I'm really proud. So this is what we've been doing in terms of Kumon. So I decided to pick word problems because in her first report from her first term, when I had to look at the information, and they wrote that okay, her word problems is not that great, so usually I pick on what she's struggling with, and then I would get the book that accompanies it. We also have an edition one. That's the first one that I bought. But yeah, so instead of that, I was thinking that we buy the actual ones that they're using at school. In grade 2, they'll be learning how to write in cursive. So we've got this cursive lowercase book, and again, I want to get this for her so that she can be able to sit and practice at home, because once we send these books to school, we never get to see them again until literally the end of the year. And I would get frustrated sometimes when we get her school books after like at the end of the term, and I would go through it and I would see where she was struggling, and I'm like, I had no idea, because the homework that she brings home is slightly different from what they do at school. So whatever she brings at home in terms of homework, I always make sure that 110% she gets that. She knows how to read, she knows how to add, teach her easier ways to figure it out. But we never get these back. So these are the number sense books. This is level 5, level 6, level 7, and level 8. And these are, they say comprehensive workbooks, so these are math related workbooks. So it is kind of like similar to Kumon, but what I like about this is I can properly follow with what they are doing at school. And yeah, and that's what I want to get. So I need another $1,000 to buy all of these, or at least buy the first one, buy the Barnes book, and sort of like that. There's 4 more books that we're still waiting for. They didn't have stock at the end of the year, so hopefully on Wednesday when they go to school they will get the rest of the stuff. So yeah, this is what we got in terms of textbooks. And then stationery wise, they asked for like boxes and boxes of tissue. So there's like 3 boxes of tissue and hand wash as well. So I'll keep this in the bag. And then textbook, not textbook, but actually stationery wise, we've got 2 flip files. We've got 2 boxes of coloring pencils. Yes, 24 times 2. Guys, I spend so much money like on stationery, and this is what my mom also spent money, because all that I'm showing you right now she bought for us. They've got pencils. These were HB. Are these HBs? Yes, these are HBs. We've got 3 of these. We've got 8 print sticks, glue sticks, 8 of them, guys, 8. We've got 2 30cm rulers. They asked for the clear ones. We've got 3 sharpeners with a container because they keep losing them. So I need to sit and mark all of this stuff for her, especially things like this, like glue sticks. I will not mark, but what is this? These sharpeners I have to mark. The rulers I'm going to mark. Pencils I won't mark, that's fine. Flip files I won't mark either, because what they would normally do is take the front cover out, put in a new front cover, and this becomes like a reading file, and whatever messages they need to send from school. So my mom got these from ShopRite, and then we went to P&A to buy the rest of the stuff. And let me tell you how much we spent at P&A. At P&A we spent 2,283 rands and 76 cents, right? That is not counting what I spent at Clicks. That is not counting what my mom spent at ShopRite. So let's say you can expect maybe an additional 500 rand, if not more. So let's say 2.7, 2.8. And then we also had to buy a new school bag for her, which cost about 800 rand, because it's that one on the wheels. We got that from, what is that stationery shop called? I don't remember, but I'll show you. Okay, we've got tons of books, guys, tons of books. Let me show you. We've got all of these and these are the faint and margin ones. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, there's 12 of these, and then we've got another 12 of the Irish and margins. Look at that, guys. Ridiculous, but from what I can tell, they use 3 books per term, so you know what, it is what it is. And then they've got a hardcover counter book. We've got this purple, they have a name for it, but it's this like folder to put books. I think they call it textbook divider or something like that. In the shop they called it something different. We've got 2 30cm pencil cases. They asked for plain ones, so I just got a pink and a purple. That's her favorite colors. We've got an extra flip file. We've got an A5 reading, they call it a reading file. We've got 4 of these PVC book covers. This is what they're gonna use to cover their own books. So normally they cover their own books at school, so I don't need to do that. And there are 5 in each of these. We've got whiteboard markers. We've got 2 pairs of scissors. My daughter is left-handed, so I had to like specifically get the left-handed one. So you'll see there's the little L, well, it's upside down, but there's the L for the left-handed one. So she's left-handed, so she has to use specific scissors because of that. Otherwise, if she uses a right-handed scissor on her left hand, it doesn't cut. It just doesn't cut. We've got a permanent marker. We've got these paint, the set of paint colors. I got these labels, waterproof labels. This is what I'm going to be using for some of her stationery items. I did use this for her lunch box already. I think there's the extra lunch box that doesn't have it, but I need to do it. We've got 2 retractable wax crayons. I've got 2 more of these PVC clear book covers. We've got 5 of these blackboard papers. So there's 10 in each. They asked for 50, so that's how I grabbed it. And then we've got the colorful ones, same thing. And then we've got the white project board. There's also 50 in here. We've got paint brushes. They asked for 3 different sizes, so I'm just gonna send this whole thing as it is. Oh, we've got another PVC book cover, and then we've got a bunch of these plastic sleeves for whatever filing they need to do. And then we've got a whiteboard, an A4 whiteboard. So I just got like a plain one, really nothing to it, because we're just going to be writing and erasing on this, so it didn't have to be fancy. And then we've got 2 of these unruled books. I don't know what they will use these for, maybe for art, we shall see. This is another reason why I had to get these out. These have been sitting since December, but there's another one of these. And then we've got another pack of white markers. We've got a whiteboard eraser, also very cheap one. Didn't need a very fancy one, and needed one that is like small enough for her hands, so this would do. We've got these fine felt pens, aka cookies, and we've got these oil pastels. We actually have oil pastels at home as part of her art collection, but I didn't want to use those because I wanted us to be able to sit on a weekend and do some art together, which we really enjoy doing in this household. We sometimes go chill outside and have like a painting session, which we haven't done in a while actually, so we need to schedule something like that soon. More pert. And then finally we've got 6 erasers. They asked for erasers. I think this is also because erasers get lost, so I mean we need to be able to have them replace them. So that is the haul. I'm gonna go upstairs and get the bag so I can show you guys the bag. The lunch bag stays the same. The bottle will stay the same for now, but I need to get her a replacement bottle. The lunch bag stays the same. I washed it in December, so it's nice and clean. What else stays the same? I think that's about it. So I want to get her bag down, and I think some of the stationery we're gonna pack in her bag, especially the books, because leaving them in those plastic bags is just causing chaos, and things are bending like this, and it's long overdue, man. I wanted to do this in December, but I didn't get a chance. This is the haul. I'll go upstairs and quickly get her bag and come back and show you, and then I can get back to my work. Okay, so I'm gonna put everything in this clear box. It still has her name from last year, so I'm just gonna wipe it down, rewrite her name nicely, and the side is still written, but I'm gonna be putting most of her things in here, especially also like all the loose items. And then this is the bag that we got for her this year. It is a slightly different design. Yes, this is from Yokiko. There's the brand, Yokiko. I really like their stuff. They have very, very good quality bags, and her lunch bag is from there as well, and we're definitely going to be using it this year. There's no tearing or anything. We changed the bag because the bag has some like chafing, tearing by the side pockets, where at this point she can't really put anything in there, and it's just scratched at the bottom. And this time around she was actually saying that she wanted a bag that she can carry on her back, and just like I told my husband, like, that's not gonna work. But luckily these bags, you can actually disconnect them over there. You can disconnect them from this whole thing, and it can become a backpack if needed. But I mean, looking at the amount of books these people have to like carry. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, this is her bag. I'm going to place most of her books in here just to fill up the bag. And yeah, especially like the textbooks and stuff like this can go in there, but these books, they need to just go inside her bag unless I can get space in there in the box, because I also don't want to send too many boxes. But let's see, things like this I want to put in the box because in the bag they're gonna bend again. So yeah, that's the haul, you guys. Oh gosh, that is the haul. I need to sit and mark the things that I need to mark. But yeah, I need to go to gym today as well, so got a lot going on today. Yeah, things are falling. But yeah, let me go sort all of this out, pack everything away, and yeah, that's it. That's all the update for now. I'm back to close off this video. I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to watch my reset vlog. If you made it this far in this video, please leave me like a clock emoji to represent just a resetting of, I don't know, it might hear the clock makes sense, just to reset. It's a new month. Let's get new things going. Let's push on what we didn't get to do in the previous month, and let's just take it one step at a time. And the best thing that I've heard like a year ago from watching Heinz was that we must treat each step we take as a destination and not just as the journey, because then you forget about celebrating each and every moment that you complete something. You're just constantly looking at when that last thing that I have on my list has been achieved, and we just forget about all the little stuff that we are doing right now to work towards that bigger goal. So yeah, I just wanted to reiterate that and just share that with you guys. But I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm very happy that you guys are enjoying this video. I'm gonna make the assumption that you guys are enjoying this video, and I can't wait to record more for you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.